All right. Welcome to the Profit Flywheel. So, this will be the foundational video. We may replace it because there's obviously other contributors. So, we may replace this video, but this is the foundational video to the Profit Flywheel. So, this is really what we're talking about is the underpinning, the how to make this all work, okay? And it relies heavily on focus, prioritizing, eliminating what I've been watching some of my buddy Dr. Cashy's stuff, eliminating some attention deficit so that we actually get to the things that matter to us. That is the whole point of this ecosystem, this group, this world that we've created called the Profit Flywheel, is to get you closer to the things that actually matter. Because it is very possible that you are doing a lot of things, and because those things can have so many different outcomes, those outcomes are not necessarily getting you closer to the things that matter to you, right? So, the assumption we're making is that your business is a vehicle to get you closer to the things that actually matter to you. And that is what we are going to show you how to do in the subsequent units. We're going to show you how to systematically build a business that funds the things that matter to you. So, here are a few pitfalls. Here are a few things why people don't reach their goals. One, they feel like they can't focus. They don't have enough attention, right? They have an attention deficit. And we're going to address that in a minute. The other reason people don't see success is because they haven't defined success, which means that they might have more stuff, they might have more money, they might have more fame, but they're still not happy, right? So we're going to focus on the things that get you maximum fulfillment, the quality of life, the life that you want, systematically working through how to get these things. This is where it starts, okay? There's just a real process, and we're actually building, Dan Nicholson is building an app that does all this for you. I might put a link in the comments, but I want you to sit down and we're in this unit because we're going to have Get Cash Now campaigns. We're going to show you cash flow engineering. We're going to show you how to multiply your revenues. We're going to show you how to add streams of income, all that stuff. But there are hundreds and thousands of ways to do all that. We need to do it in a way that gets you closer to the things that matter to you. And in order for us to do that, we need to prioritize and we need to get clear on our values. So, write down your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it could be 20 priorities. The things that we are working hard to achieve. You want another house. You want to put your kids through college. You want your wife to never have to work again or your husband to never have to work again. Those become our profit priorities. This has to be top of mind. So when we say, hey, should we do this thing? We weigh it against, does that get us closer to our priorities? If a priority of yours is to never miss another one of your son's baseball games, for example, and there an opportunity comes up that might be worth tens of millions of dollars, but you would have to miss every one of your son's baseball games from this point forward, right? Having more money may not be getting us closer to the things that matter. So we have to have these priorities in order to start saying, look, there is a ton of things to do out there. Let's eliminate all the ones that are going to get us further away from our priorities. We call it watering the weeds. Never water the weeds. So let's take away all the things that are getting us further away from the things that matter to us. Right? Now we have less options, which is good. Now we can start figuring out what to do with our time. Do I run this campaign? Should I have this kind of business model? Should I use this sales process? It depends on your priorities. The priorities are going to drive the strategy. So you write down your priorities. Again, this all happens in the app, in Dan's app. You just enter this all, and it does all this math. But you enter your priority, and then you give it a timeline. I need 10 hours a week back, or I need to have enough money to put my daughter through college in 6 years. Okay, and that's going to cost this amount of money. So now we have the priority, we have the timeline, and we have the funds that we need in order to cross that priority, to fund that priority fully, right? You see how we're systematically getting closer to things that matter. We're not just getting more stuff. It is, how do we get the things that matter to us and do it over and over and over again? Now, we have to do this because we have a bias against uncertainty, right? We don't like uncertainty. So we have to get clear on our priority, the timeline, and the goal, our current position, and say, are we on track to fund this priority in this amount of time? If yes, how to create certainty and remove risk so that we actually reach it. If no, which part of the profit flywheel do we need to tap into to get that trajectory to a point where we're going to, with certainty, fund that priority? Then we do that, right? Mark it off, and we go on to the next priority. And again, our business then becomes a vehicle to get all the things that actually matter to us in life. Hopefully that makes sense. Write down your priorities. You can drop a comment here. Drop your top priorities, the time frame in which you want to fund them, and the cost. If you have any questions, you could take me, you could take Dan. He's the finance wizard. We'll probably do this video together, probably refilm it. But I want you working on this right now, because if you do not define this, nothing else matters. There are too many directions to go that all seem successful that will not make you happy or be fulfilling. This is the foundation, the underpinning of the entire flywheel. Write down between 5 and 7 ideally. Any more than that, it's overwhelming. Any less than that, that's fine. You don't have that many priorities. That's great. Okay. And then drop a comment and let us know that you've done it, so that we can keep moving and start giving you the ways to make money now, organize your business, take on new companies, all that stuff. Cool.